Liza was a very beautiful 25 years old woman who had a tough childhood on the street. She had lost her parents when she was young and had to fend for herself in a harsh and cruel world. She had faced many dangers and hardships, but she never gave up hope. Despite everything Liza had been through, she was blessed with her positive thoughts, caring personality, playful and childlike nature, and always finding joy in the little things. Her world was uncomplicated, free from negativity, complex emotions, and human nature. She was a pure soul, innocent and untainted by the darkness that sometimes overtakes us all. She didn't even know how to hurt people or understand their bad intentions. She was a breath of fresh air, a ray of sunshine, and a true delight to be around. Even though she didn't have the fanciest clothes or lived in a fancy house, her beauty just shined through. She made a living by selling flowers on the street corner. She loved flowers, and she always arranged them with care and creativity. She smiled at everyone who passed by and offered them a flower for a small price. Some people ignored her, some people rejected her, but some people appreciated her gesture and bought her flowers. She was happy with whatever she earned, and she always shared some of her money with other street kids who needed it more than her. Danny was a young, handsome man who grew up in a wealthy family with loving parents and a privileged education. He was smart, talented, and ambitious. He became a doctor at a young age and soon opened his own hospital. He was handsome, successful, and very kind. He had a beautiful fiancée who came from a prestigious family. He had everything he ever wanted. He met Liza one day when he was driving to his hospital. He saw her standing on the street corner, holding a bunch of flowers in her arms. She was wearing a simple white dress that contrasted with her dark hair and eyes. She looked like an angel in the midst of the chaos and noise of the city. He felt a sudden attraction to her, and he decided to stop his car and buy some flowers from her. He rolled down his window and greeted her with a smile.
Hello there, miss. How much for these flowers?
Hello, sir. They are $5 each.
Answered with a sweet voice.
$5? That's very cheap for such beautiful flowers.
He said.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you like them.
She said. He handed her a $20 bill and said,
I'll take 4 of them.
She gave him 4 flowers of different colors and said,
Thank you very much, sir. Here is your change.
He waved his hand and said,
No need for change. Keep it as a tip.
She looked surprised and grateful. She said,
Thank you so much, sir. You are very generous.
He smiled and said,
You're welcome. What's your name?
She smiled back and said,
My name is Liza.
He said,
Lisa? That's a lovely name. I'm Danny.
She said,
Nice to meet you, Danny.
He said,
Nice to meet you too, Liza. Do you work here every day?
She nodded and said,
Yes, I do.
He said,
Well then, I'll see you again soon.
He drove away with the flowers in his hand. He felt a warm feeling in his chest that he couldn't explain. He didn't know it yet, but he had just fallen in love with Liza.